Hi, this instructional video is about solving equations. Solving equations by using division property of equality. Division property. So, if you just look at number 1, even without any real algebraic lessons, you could kind of figure out what x should be, as long as you know your multiplication tables. You ask yourself, 6 times what is 18? And you'll say, 3. Yeah. What was that? Yes, it'll be 3. Because you know 6 times 3 is 18. But how do you show that algebraically? So to solve for the unknown x, what you're going to do is do the inverse of multiplication. You know, when we're talking about mathematics, if you see a variable next to a constant, or in this case, this becomes a coefficient, and let's call this 24. Even though there's nothing, what this says right here is 6 times what unknown number equals 24. You see that little dot? That's what it's implying. So what is the inverse of that multiplication? It's going to be division. So we're going to divide that coefficient 6 to both sides of the equation. And the property that will allow you to do that, to justify, this is called division property of equality. Division property of equality. So we're going to simplify the coefficient 6 with the denominator 6 that we have chosen. It could be any number. But to make our life easy, we're going to divide that exact same coefficient to both sides. So what you have remaining on the left side, since this becomes 1x or just x, the right side now becomes, well, you know, 18 divided by what is 6? 3. Yeah. And how do you check this answer? Well, you will go back and substitute it in for that x. So it becomes 6 times x, which is 3. Does that equal 18? Oh, yeah, it does. So it works out. So now I want you to try these 2 and 3, not just in your heads, but actually show the algebraic steps. Go ahead. All right. So in this case, if you use your mental math, you would have said, well, 8 times 8 is 64, so x must be 8. And you'll be correct. But to show the algebraic steps, you want to take that coefficient. As you know, coefficient is a number next to the x, and divide both sides of that equation. So that becomes division property of equality. I am justifying my step by writing that thing over here. So the 8 coefficient and 8 denominator simplifies to become a 1x, or simply x. And 64 divided by 8, well, that's going to be 8. So there's your answer. And if somebody says, well, check it, then you say, all right, I'm going to take that equation, 8 times x, but that x is going to be 8 over here. So 8 times 8 is 64. Does that equal 64 on the left? Same old, same old? And if it is, it means that's a good answer. That's a good answer. And finally, this one. Yeah, now you're getting the hang of it. You just take that coefficient 3 and divide both sides by that 3. And you write down division property of equality to show that you're justifying. You know what you're doing. As a result, the coefficient 3 and the denominator 3, they simplify to become a 1. Sometimes we call it cancel, but some purists, some serious math teachers will not want you to use that word, cancel. Okay? So it becomes simplified to 1x, or simply x. And 48 divided by 3, well, 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract, so it becomes 18. And 3 times 6 is 18. So there's your answer. Now, how do you check it? Well, take that x, 16, and substitute it where that x is. So it becomes 3 times 16. And we can kind of guess already. 3 times 16, it is 48. Does that 48 on the left match the 40 on the right? When the left and right is same old, same old? Yes, it does. It's a correct answer. That's it. All right.